Okay, everyone ready? Cool. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome here today. Today I'm gonna have you be yourself, but since we're all interpreters, we're gonna be kids at heart, right? So we'll go with it, okay? I might get involved a little bit. Just go with it. My name is Tuesday Meredith. I am from Kansas State University in the Park Management Program. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about something that's really close to our hearts as Kansans. It's called the Kansas Flint Hills. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe not. Hopefully by the end of this talk you guys find a reason to maybe care about the Flint Hills if you've been there before, or maybe think about it more, think about traveling there, and maybe even its protection. So for some of us from Kansas, when we think about the Flint Hills, our thoughts are really immediately going to go to, our memories of it, the times we've hiked out there, the sunsets, the geological features there, just little memories and things like that. For those of you who haven't been there, maybe you just think about the songs you've heard or the art you've seen or anything that's been inspired by this place we have. But there's something you may not think about the Flint Hills. It does contain its own ecoregion. So does anyone know what that means? I'm sure someone here knows what it means to be an ecoregion. Yeah. Of course. Yes. Okay. So an ecoregion, what it means to have our own ecoregion, or what it means to us, is basically somewhere along the line, somewhere to say, this place is special. This place, it's really not something we can pigeonhole into a certain type of region. It's something completely different. It's something that really isn't anywhere else in the world. And this, we have the tall grass prairie, right? So the tall grass prairie, in order to understand this better and to understand the Flint Hills, I'm going to have us do something, so if everyone can stand up. We're going to be in our chairs, so just raise yours. All right, so we're going to go on a journey, but, for me, I don't like going on journeys alone. I don't know if it's about you. Adventures are more fun with friends, right? Right. Yeah? Okay. So this little chair you have next to you happens to be a time machine. Isn't that cool? I snuck it in here when no one knew. It's cool, right? All right, so what we're going to do, you're going to turn to your chair. You got to open up the door to your time machine. All right. Getting ready to go back in time, guys. All right, go ahead and sit in your time machine. All right, everyone ready? All right, time for roller coaster 101. Grab your handlebars. Pull them over you. All right, next step, where do you think in time we want to go? We're going to go the future or the past? Past. Cool. All right, so turn that knob. Just keep turning it. We're going to keep going. All right, now flip the switch at the top, and let's go back in time. We're going to go back in time about 250 million years ago. So, we had to turn that knob a little bit more than once.
My knob doesn't go that low.
Yeah, I'm going to leave you behind. All right, so we're going to step out of this time machine, and what are we going to see? Right now, the Flint Hills and the tallgrass prairie is actually an ocean. It's a sea. So right now, all we see is all these cool critters. Yeah, we brought our scuba gear. Don't worry, it's fine. All right, so we're in this sea right now, and it's something we've never seen before. All these creatures are around. Something we're realizing is, Throckmorton's underwater. It's going to be hard for our classes where we have PMC, right? Yeah. All right, but this is what we're looking at right now. Because of this, because of all these creatures, we're seeing a lot of things forming here. A lot of limestone, a lot of chert, a lot of things like this. All right, so we're kind of getting freaked out because this huge creature is coming near us, and we're just not ready for this, right? So we're going to go back in time, back home. So everyone turn your knob to the right. Keep going. We got to go home, guys. Keep going. Keep going. All right, flip the switch. Cool. All right, welcome back to Kansas State. All right, so we're back to the Flint Hills in present day. And now what we're seeing is, we've seen that ocean. We've seen what these geological features are. And that's what we see today is the Flint Hills. All these creatures created all these fossils, created what we see today, which happens to be the last 4% of the tallgrass prairie. What we see today isn't what we've seen before. Before, there used to be about 170 million acres of this area, which is why we protect it now. This is the only area we have left, right? So I'm going to need all of you guys to close your eyes, take a deep breath. So we've talked a lot about masterpieces, right, this week. So what is a masterpiece to me? A masterpiece defined is a piece of art or a piece of creation that's accredited. Well, to me, that's what the Flint Hills is. And now I want all of you guys to think about the Flint Hills, maybe anything you've seen of it, a song, which you've all heard on our first day, a song about the prairie, anything you've seen, any memories, anything you know about it. And if you don't know anything about it, think about stuff you've seen on TV. Think about beautiful sunsets, some of the best in the world, perhaps. All right, so just take a second to think about that. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. All right, so does anyone want to share what they think of the Flint Hills? Maybe a really special memory or something that really just brings you back to that area. Sure.
I think of my first NAI conference, which was at the Flint Hills, and there's these really lovely kind of low rolling hills, and I remember seeing some old oil rigs on top of it. But yeah, there's some great sunsets too.
Sure. Yeah.
I think of like the early morning when the sun is rising and when the wind's, like kind of the springtime when the wind's blowing and you can see the ripples in the grass, almost like a sea. It's just breathtaking.
Yeah, it used to be a sea. Yeah, so for me what I think about is specifically the sunsets, because there's something about the Flint Hills where the oranges and the reds, you have to get it perfect or it doesn't do it justice. Some of the best sunsets in the world. But because of this is why we need to protect this area. I mean, everything you thought of, whatever you thought of, whether it was a song or a memory, this is what makes up the last percentage of what's left here today. So think about a masterpiece, like the Mona Lisa, or something that's really valued in American culture, or any culture that you're from, something that's really special. Humans are naturally very protective over the things we love, right? Whether it be kids, or anything we love. It's something we want to protect, like a masterpiece. And the Flint Hills, if you think about it, to me it's a masterpiece. But even though it's not art, and even though, it may not be hanging in a beautiful building, it's something different. It's something that this masterpiece makes up in our memories. It makes up in our hearts. It's something that we need to be protective over. If we're not protective over it, it's going to be gone one day. And I think that's something we really should think about. And I hope, from here on out, anytime you think about the Flint Hills, just remember your memories of it. Just remember, this has a lot of history. I mean, even the way it was named has a lot of history back in the day. And it's something that I think we should protect, even as if it was the Mona Lisa. Thank you.